What's going on, everyone? So, LeBron James called out the media yesterday for not asking him questions about Jerry Jones and a recent picture that has kind of resurfaced. It's a 1957 image. I can't really show the image because I don't want to risk YouTube taking the video down or anything like that. Just go look it up. I mean, even if you just search Jerry Jones, you'll see all the information. But LeBron James brought it up to the media and asked a question to the media. Hey, why haven't you brought this up? Why haven't you asked me about the Jerry Jones image? And why does it seem like it's just kind of getting swept under the rug? Especially after all the criticism and how you were so quickly to ask me about Kyrie Irving and all of this stuff. And, the big thing that Kyrie was trying to get across is like, hey, I want a fair playing field. Like, okay, fine, I did something wrong, but where's the fairness, right? And I've said time and time again and been very open about how I feel about the Kyrie situation and how I believe it was an absolute witch hunt, and that Kyrie was this target that they felt that they could, go after, that they could use as a way to kind of just drive a narrative in the conversation and get headlines and clicks and all of those things. And it turned into something that was beyond what the situation was, right? The punishment didn't fit the crime. But I want to play what LeBron James actually said. So listen to that video and then let's talk about it. So here's that video.
I was thinking when I was on my way over here, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seems like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
So there you have it. There was the video straight from LeBron James. And again, just basically asking like, hey, where's the fairness? What is going on here? Why aren't you mentioning anything of that? Yes, it's an old image, something that's happened a while ago, but it's brought into the headlines once again. It's something that's out. Why isn't it being talked about? And it's not like that is something unbelievable, right? Oh, like I am one of those people that I've said in the past that, I don't think it makes sense to bring up stuff like you'll see celebrities and like athletes and stuff, like the media and stuff will drum up stuff from 20 years ago, and it's like they're not the same person they were 20 years ago. Like I'm not the same person I was even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm not the same person I was when I was 16, when I was 20, even 25. I have grown, I've matured, I have a family now, I have, a wife, I have everything that I didn't have when I was, a kid. I said stuff, I did stuff, we all did. Everyone's done dumb stuff. Everyone has said dumb stuff. Everyone has done or said things that they shouldn't have said or they shouldn't have done. And yet the media loves to bring stuff up and loves to talk about it and loves to, cancel people over, and just online in general, love to do all that stuff. Cancel culture is really big. Oh, look, this person said this, 25 years ago. And it's like, really? Like, but I do understand LeBron's point here. And LeBron's point is, hey, Kyrie posted something without any context, without nothing. And you guys immediately labeled him as a bigot. I mean, Kyrie said that. Kyrie said the reason he had such a hard time apologizing and everything was because he never even got a fair chance. The first question asked about the situation, the very first thing that somebody asked him was, what is it with, why are you anti-Semitic? What is it about this anti-Semitic thing? And what are your ties to Alex Jones? Like, where did that come from? That was completely out of left field. What are you talking about? The proper question that real journalism would have brought was, hey, we saw you posted this image. It has an anti-Semitic message behind it. What are your thoughts? Like, what was the reasoning behind posting that? And then Kyrie would have had a fair opportunity to relay what was the point of the post. But that never happened. The entire conversation from the moment it started was that Kyrie is a racist, Kyrie is this, Kyrie is that. Oh, look, he hates this group of people and blah, blah, blah. And it just got spun into this just web of just nonsense. And it was like, what? Like, hold on a minute, time out. And it just became this witch hunt. It became something more. It wasn't about what Kyrie did anymore. It wasn't about what Kyrie said or didn't say. It was about Kyrie Irving. He was an easy target because of things that he has said and done in the past that the sports world was like, oh, we can take this and spin it, and he's an easy target. And they use that as a way to kind of just drum up drama and controversy because that's what sells and that's what clicks, right? But Jerry Jones, it's a different conversation, right? Jerry Jones is known as an FU type of guy, as a rich white billionaire, right? Different world, different place, different time. He's the owner of an NFL team, all of that stuff, and it's just even if it's not a black and white issue, right? It's a media issue at the very least, right? Because the media wants the headlines. What is a bigger headline? Kyrie Irving is a racist and posted some anti-Semitic thing, or Jerry Jones, a 80-year-old white guy had some, image that he posted from 1957 that, painted a pretty blatant picture. Again, I'm on YouTube. I got to be careful what I say here. But, people look at that and go, it's Jerry Jones. What do you expect? Right? No big deal. It's not going to get the attention. It's not going to get the coverage. It's not going to get the views and the clicks that a Kyrie Irving would, right? Because you have both sides of that. You have the people that are going to come to Kyrie's defense, and then you're going to have the people that not only come to Kyrie's defense, but you're going to have the people that, want to attack Kyrie. And you're going to have the people that want to use Kyrie as a point of like, oh, see, look at this. The conversation is a bigger conversation, right? So you continue to drive that narrative. But the Jerry Jones thing, like LeBron said, you just kind of seem to be sweeping it under the rug. You kind of acting like it's not a big deal. Kind of acting like nothing's happened here, and it's just, it goes into what the original point was that Kyrie was trying to make. And look, Kyrie, and I've said this, Kyrie's done and said enough stuff to just, one, make fun of, two, make him a target, three, just, he's Kyrie, right? He's a little eccentric, right? But his beliefs are valid just as anyone else's, right? And I'm not even talking about like him being eccentric because of his beliefs and stuff like that. The flat earth thing, okay, but it's more so like the team thing, the basketball thing, stepping away, finding reasons. Like, he's done plenty of things to kind of, at least in the media's eyes, make him an easy target, right? But this wasn't that. Like, this whole image thing wasn't that. Like, whether you think what he did was right or wrong, the point is that even if it was wrong, there are levels to this. He didn't have a call to action. He didn't do or say like, oh, people, he just posted this image, right? Free speech. And it was based on his beliefs and he was trying to educate himself, right? If this was anything else, this wouldn't have been the same conversations. It wouldn't have been the same narrative. If this was, a Christian or Catholic or, Jewish or other type of thing, the defense would have been overwhelming. But it's because it's a little outside of the norm. Kyrie Irving, who's outside of the norm, who's, a little eccentric, who is, has had a lot of controversy in his past, basketball and unbasketball related. Oh, it's an easy target. It's going to get the headlines. It's going to get the views. It's going to get the draw. So, let's talk about this and let's build it up. Let's hype it up. Let's keep it going. Again, I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong. I'm just saying the media took it to another extreme. They took something that could have easily been handled, easily could have been explained, easily could have, been resolved, and we could have moved on. As that's how situations should be. Somebody makes a mistake, you apologize and you move on. But it was never about the apology. And this whole Jerry Jones thing is just further proof of that. And that's what LeBron is trying to point out and trying to highlight. And then you even hear the reporter try to begin to make and justify what it is. And I respect LeBron for not allowing that. For just saying, hey, no, I don't need you to talk. I don't need to hear, because he knows. What am I gonna listen to you say? Wait, oh well, the Jerry Jones, like, come on, like, none of us are stupid here, And again, I'm not even saying it's a black and white issue. LeBron does make a good point though, that the media will take these type of things, and maybe it's because it's an athlete, and athletes are primarily African American, right? So maybe it's that. I don't know. But one thing I do know is it's a media thing. Absolutely, it's a media thing. And that is a problem in and of itself. The media loves to twist and spin and do whatever they can to paint pictures in as negative of a light as possible, because that is what drives views. I mean, look at, like, even just from YouTube standpoint, like drama channels, controversial channels, stuff like that. They get all the views, they get all the likes. People love that stuff, right? I mean, even look at like the news. News is not what it used to be. You hear a news coverage, like you have an hour-long news segment, like 45 minutes of it is some drama or just chaos related topic. It's some disaster. It's some, fight. It's some whatever. Even politics has evolved into a drama driven thing, right? And look, this isn't a drama channel. This isn't, those type of channels. This is a sports channel, and I want to keep it sports. But this is a sports related topic that I think is very interesting, that I do believe got taken to another level, that got taken in a way that it never should have gotten to, right? It reached a point that never should have happened. And they tried to do whatever they could to destroy Kyrie Irving. And the Brooklyn Nets were, at the forefront. And if it wasn't for the Players Association, who knows where Kyrie would still be right now? Because I don't believe the Nets were going to bring him back. I think the Nets were going to do everything they could to sit him at home and not pay him. But the Players Association was like, hey, look, you guys can get a lawsuit or you guys can let him play. And even the report that came out was from the vice president of the Players Association. It wasn't from the Nets. It wasn't from Kyrie. It wasn't from any. It was from the head of the Players Association. So it's just something that I wanted to bring up and I wanted to point out, because I thought it was very interesting that that LeBron called this out, because he knows what's going to happen. He knows that this is going to be headline. He knows that there's going to be backlash. He knows everything that's going to go into this, and he's always very calculated. So I think it's very interesting that he said it and did it, but I applaud him for it. I do. It is something that does. Like, if you're going to be fair, look, if you're going to be fair, be fair. If you're going to call one person out for something and label it anti-Semitic and racist and whatever, then you gotta lay the playing field. Otherwise, just don't talk about it at all. Don't bring it up. Don't let it get to another level. Either just keep it fair. That's what it's all about. And I've always said that I don't believe that what Kyrie went through was fair. I think it was so ridiculous, so over the top, so nonsensical. It just didn't make any sense. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What did you think of the situation? Again, I don't want it to get too political or too, dramatic. Because that's not what this channel is. This channel is a sports channel, but this is a sports related topic that I think is very interesting. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know down in the comment section below.